I'd like to call this meeting to order, please, and start with approval of minutes of March 26, 2024 trust meeting. May I have a motion? Second. Please cast your votes. And the motion has carried. Item number 3 is to ratify the claims, and would like a motion to ratify. A second. Please cast your votes. And the motion has carried. Item number 4, items for individual consideration. Item 4A is a memorandum of understanding between the Oklahoma Historical Society, the Native American Cultural and Educational Authority, the City of Oklahoma City, and the Oklahoma City Economic Development Trust for the trust to receive $5 million from the Oklahoma Historical Society to be used for operations of the First Americans Museum. Kenny, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Yes, thank you. So this is just, as it mentioned, it's $5 million that there was a Senate bill in 2023 that approved this to go towards the operations of the FAM. If you recall, the Economic Development Trust is the entity that the city is using to facilitate the operational dollars on that. This will be received actually in 2 transfers, $3.75 million in May, and in June, $1.25 million. So this will be used for fiscal year 24 and 25 FAM operations. This will be really key, as I think our estimate is the operations of that are in the $4 million, I think is what the item says. So it really goes towards a big chunk of the operational budgets for those years.
Okay. Any questions of Kenny?
Vice Chair, I have a question. The $4 million, are you talking about their annual operating budget, or is that for the next 2 fiscal years, or?
It was in the agreement that's in your packet. It's estimated that it's over $4 million per year, the operating budget.
Okay, thank you for that clarification.
Entertain a motion. Second. Please cast your votes. And the motion carries. Thank you. Item 4B is Oak Grove Affordable Housing Project Economic Development Agreement not to exceed $1.5 million, and that would come from TIF. Kenny?
Thank you, Madam Chair. So this was this is the Economic Development Agreement. This has been before already, this trust for the allocation. So fairly standard economic development agreement, other than of the $1.5 million, $247,625 is a pre-construction loan. This does come out of TIF 4 and 5, which is our Dale TIFs. So again, it's where they're doing the Oak Grove, the housing authority's doing the 18 new and then 270 rehab units down there, and it's about a $66 million project.
Any questions? Entertain a motion. Please cast your votes. And the motion carries. Thank you. Item 4C, Economic Development Agreement with Keep Quiet Movie, LLC for a film incentive agreement not to exceed $26,129 for Project Silence. And this would come from Gold.
Yes, so this again is economic development agreement, kind of like the previous one. You've already seen this. It's a $26,000 incentive with expenditures are going to be over $500,000, primarily happening in Oklahoma City. All the crew, the majority of the filming, et cetera. So I think we've already seen a presentation on this. This is just a standard agreement.
Okay. Any questions? Entertain a motion. Please cast your votes. And motion carries. Thank you. Item 4D is amendment number 1 to the Fairground Flats Affordable Housing Development Project Economic Development Agreement and adopt resolution approving the restated loan documents. This is Gold AH.
Yes, so this was we had done an affordable housing incentive on this. It was apartment complex. It was low income, affordable housing, 216 units. This is a fairly minor amendment, but had to restate some other things. And part of it was bringing on they had a new partner on it, a new investor, Raymond James Housing Opportunities Fund. So what this does is it provides that some of the notices that are required also would go to this partner. And then also it provides that this partner, if there was a default from the developer, this limited partner also would have the opportunity to cure along with the other partners. So other than that, I think it also caused some, had to amend some loan documents and things like that, but fairly routine is how I would classify this.
Vice Chair, does this change our position in the deal at all? So,
I don't believe so.
okay. Okay. So in case of like a loss or default, we would still be in the same position?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Please call for the vote, or make your motion. Please cast your vote. And the motion carries. Thank you. Item 4E is the release of the deed of declaration of covenants for property located at 100 East Main, also TIF. Kenny, it's your show.
So these next three items, and I'll speak briefly on each, but they're basically where different past TIF projects they have completed all of their covenants, and so it's us releasing some of those things that are on the deed. So this particular one is from a 2014 EDA. It's the Meineke building at Maine and Oklahoma over in Bricktown, and basically, they had some minimum TIF payments or ad valorem payments that they had to pay, and so they've completed all that, paid all their taxes into the TIF, and so this would be stating that they've completed that and releasing the deed of declaration of covenants. I think we had Joanna, correct me if I'm wrong, but just as a show, I think it was the ad valorem went from $50,000 a year on this project prior to up to $194,000. So this is an example of how we've helped grow the taxes being generated and the value on this project. So
Excellent. And Joanna just confirmed.
put her on the spot. Sorry.
Yeah, she's quick. Any other comments, questions? Call for a vote, or keep. All right, y'all are faster than me. Please cast your vote. All right, motion carries. Item 4F, release of the deed of declaration of covenants for property located at 123 Northeast 2nd, also TIF.
Yeah, so similar to the previous item, so this was the city center level apartments at 2nd and Walnut. So this is from a 2011 EDA, and again, they had a requirement in there that they provide a minimum ad valorem payment of $229,000. I think before we did the TIF, it was at $23,000 a year, so now we're up to $385,000. So they've met all their requirements, they've paid all their minimum tax payments, and so this again would release the deed of declaration of covenants showing they've completed everything.
Thank you. Any questions of Kenny? Like to call for a motion? And call for a vote? And the motion carries. Item 4G, release of two deeds of declaration of covenants for property located at 1212 North Walker Avenue and 430 Northwest 12th Street, also TIF.
Yep, so similar thing. This is Waffle Champion in the 430 residential apartment, so great place to eat. This is from a 2012 economic development agreement. Again, they've met all their requirements. They had minimum tax payment requirements of $34,617 and $25,199, so they're exceeding both of those now at over $37,000 and over $50,000 respectively. So this again completes all their requirements and would release the deed of declaration of covenants on the properties.
Any questions? I'm sure Waffle Champion appreciates your affirmation. Please call for a motion. And please cast your vote. And the motion carries. Thank you, Kenny. Item 5, General Manager's Report. Joanna McSpadden.
I don't have any comments. I will let you know that we just transitioned to a new financial system at the beginning of this month. And so this may be our final report for a couple of months. We'll have to, getting reporting data out might take us a little bit, so, but we'll do our best. Happy to answer questions if anybody has any about the report you have.
Please keep your sanity through the process.
Sarah needs that more than I do.
Thank you. All right. Item 6, comments from the staff. Trustees. Citizens. Did we have anybody sign up?
No.
Okay. Do I get an award for having the quickest meeting? It was Kenny Showman. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you for being here.